It's October 1st, 2019, and this is episode 7 of Plane Savers. Down under. The hangar here and the one down there in the distance are both two remaining World War II hangars, and this is the only B-24 in the Southern Hemisphere. Before we start, I'll just show you these pictures of where the aircraft came from. It's made up of two separate aircraft. This is the fuselage originally, and over here the wings and the tail planes came off this crashed aircraft. Now this is why we're here, the B-24 restoration. It's come a long way from the photos you've seen. There's the forward turret. The quality of the workmanship is bloody brilliant. Gives you a good idea of the structure behind the leading edge and the mounts for supporting the engines. They're Pratt & Whitney 1830s. We've heard of those before. Look at the size and strength of this undercarriage. There's the turbocharger for the engines. Now, restoring a legendary long-range heavy bomber, the RAAF's preeminent heavy bomber. It's definitely a credit to the volunteers of this organisation. Here we are up in the bomb bay, looking up into the cockpit. There's the cockpit. Yes, there's a lot of work to do. They've done an awful lot of work. And here we are again in the bomb bay. And I'll walk along the catwalk. And give you a look into the rear fuselage of the aircraft. Incredible, isn't it? Look at the work they've done, and all volunteers. This is why you need to support these organisations. Come and visit, not only in Australia but all the way around the world, whether you're in aviation or any other interest. Another good view of an 1830 that powers the aircraft with the mounts, oil tanks and everything else. And over here, the ball turret. There's the ammunition feed from the drums. Imagine spending hours sitting in there. So that's the ball turret. And there's how you sit in the ball turret. There's the tail. They have the tail group down there. I'll show you that in a little while. And unfortunately the hangar's not quite big enough to allow that to go on the aircraft. and they'll be moving down the road to that other hangar I showed you outside, which is larger than this one. There's the wing, with the flaps off and the trailing edges off and the aliens off. Well. There's another turret that's been restored. And have a look at this. It's a Westinghouse. Oh no, what am I saying? No, it's not a Westinghouse. Has no name tag. Yeah, and here's the nose gear, all done up, ready to go in. Here's the fin, and the tail plane, and the other fin over there, ready to go on the aircraft in the new hangar. Here's a fully restored Martin upper turret that works up into the aircraft, that goes into the aircraft. This one actually works. There's the control pedals, and there we are, the seat. Doesn't mind the background. Now I've turned the torch on, you can see inside the turret. There we are, the handle, the seat, the control pedals. There you go. Absolutely incredible the work that's being done. Yes, it takes years, but as usual, like everything, no one's throwing money at these guys. We're all in the same boat. I don't know about overseas, but here in Australia, to get money out of anyone, particularly the government, to help on a national project like this, that it's of extreme national importance. It's great, the Lancasters in Canberra, but the Liberator was the Air Force heavy bomber in the Southwest Pacific. And this is the nose turret. There it sits up there. There's one already there, but this one is now fully restored. And here is the Liberator flight deck. I'll give you an idea of what the instrumentations, the controls, everything of what will go into the Liberator. But at the moment, it's here for people to see, which is, I know it's been a long time since I was here, and the aircraft has come a hell of a long way. But again, if it wasn't for the volunteers, no one, absolutely no one, would be helping. And unfortunately, we're all in the same boat. Here we are. There you go, there gives you the main gear, the outer wheel on it, or a tyre on it. And there's the centre gun position, up there in the waist. In addition to the Liberator, they're restoring a wooden Airspeed Oxford, which takes incredible skill with woodworking. And here's the centre section of the Oxford. And you can see the incredible workmanship that's going into that. The skill of these tradesmen in woodwork and metalwork is sadly being lost. And it becomes a problem how we're going to keep working on these aircraft in the future and restoring our history. Because if we don't restore our history, we forgot what we learned. And over here is a boomerang restoration. It's a mighty little fighter. We've seen a couple of these, but this will give you an idea of the next part of the growth of a boomerang. This one's a little bit further advanced than some of the ones we've seen. Engine, right back to the firewall, there, into the cockpit. And here's the wooden structure towards the rear of the aircraft over the metal interior. There's the fin, tail plane. They're doing an awful lot of work. And it's great to see this work continuing in another museum. And I'd like to thank Norm and Ron. Norm for giving me some data on the aircraft and some of the background, and Ron for allowing me to photograph this. If you're travelling down here to Melbourne, make sure you call into the Werribee Restoration Group in this fabulous wartime hangar and get an idea of what this mammoth aircraft is like. Until next time, I'll see you later.